everybody. Today is November the 10th, 2025, Monday, and this is papertrail.com, a daily streaming all about governance, risk, and compliance in the UK for SMEs and mid-market firms. Last week, we spoke about supplier due diligence, sanction screening, and keeping evidence audit ready year-round from a risk perspective. And this week, we'll review directors, boards, and company compliance risk, as well as some of the potential consequences for individuals and company. Topic for today is when safety becomes personal, why directors end up in court. And this is not to be dramatic or anything like that, but actually there are consequences and we have to be aware of them. So this is not a full guide or complete guide, although I'll focus on reviewing three main personal risks. And number one is every week, the health and safety executive prosecutes senior managers for safety failures, and often where paperwork looked fine, but training and supervision failed. The risk number two is under the Health and Safety at Work Act and the Fire Safety Order, directors can face unlimited fines and personal prosecutions when duties are not met. Here are examples of duties. Includes ensuring the company conducts adequate risk assessments, implement appropriate safety measurements, provide staff with necessary training and instructions, and establish effective health and safety management systems. And this is not excluded to manufacturing, also includes office staff. Be careful with that. And the risk number three is in serious cases, courts impose conditional sentences or custodial sentences, sorry. And these can make it to the press, by the way. So what a sentence looks like, courts can impose custodial sentences for health and safety violations, including prison time or suspended sentences. And this is for individuals, or particularly for individuals. Penalties can range from fines to imprisonment for up to 2 years, or even longer, depending on the specific office or offense and the courts. So, how to picture this risk? Let's put it this way in an image. Running a plant or an office or a company without a safety culture is like driving without a seatbelt. The system of the vehicle, the van, or the truck might protect you once, but not always, neither forever. So wear your safety seatbelt all the times, right? So running your company is like driving without a seatbelt if you don't have all these measurements in place. 3 points how to solve or to reduce this personal risk. Number one, treat safety management as a board business, or if you don't have a board, as an MD, is your personal liability, by the way, not as an operational administration. So the health and safety executive guidance to directors set that tone. So if you go through that guideline, you can see what are your responsibilities and also the consequences, hopefully none of them. Solution number two, keep live evidence, risk assessments, training logs, near miss reports, and fire drills, because proof beats the policy. Having a nice binder or a policy or a spreadsheet doesn't represent that you are doing what you're supposed to do. So proof is the best thing to do, keep the live evidence. And solution number three, which is a common pitfall, delegating everything to a contractor. And here's what I'm saying, a common pitfall, because people believe that actually, oh, we are covered, we have a contractor that is minding everything for us. But bear in mind that a health and safety executive makes clear you, as a MD or the board, remain legally responsible for the health and safety of your company and your personnel, right? So as you can see, there's a deeper layer here. So it starts to get complicated, because even if you think that you're safe because you have an advisor or contractors that are minding all these things, you're still legally responsible. And this is particularly important for SMEs and mid-market companies where there are no dedicated teams, officials, or personnel within the company to run these compliance requirements. And bear in mind also that this is one out of or two of the 16 frameworks required for any UK company if you are in scope. What I mean is actually you have health and safety, fire safety order, DVCA for fleet management, GDPR, cybersecurity, cyber essentials, etc., etc. So there are 16 frameworks that you are liable for. So no wonder 73% of UK companies outsource and hire consultants, advisors, or delegate to contractors. And this is according to a PwC report done this year. So if you have all these responsibilities and all these risks personally as a company, I always mention in these live streams, what you need to do is to have a baseline for compliance, or at least something that you are aware of, so you can hire on your own terms. And what a baseline looks like in this case, three practical steps to look for. One, if you're going to hire an advisor, a consultant, or a contractor, look for the outcomes. Do they build one live evidence kit aligned to the health and safety executive expectations? So the risk assessment, the training, inspection logs, all are linked together. Number two, how they differentiate. What differentiator they are provided to you? Do they provide a single dashboard covering safety, fleet, and facilities? So you don't have to find for many spreadsheets all over the place without knowing who is the owner, what is the last updated spreadsheet, or whatever it really matches the health and safety executive requirements. And number three, how they reduce your risks. Do they provide an alignment with the HSE and fire safety order structures so that you can demonstrate reasonable steps instantly? And we spoke about reasonable steps last week, so you can look into live streamings here in LinkedIn or YouTube if you're watching YouTube. We spoke about reasonable steps largely last week. So one action you can do today, and this is a matter of exercise, and here's a acid test, as they call it. Review one side training log today. Do it in the next 5 minutes. And here's the key: in the next 5 minutes, check the signatures, dates, and drill evidence. And what I say is a key is the next 5 minutes, because if you cannot find in under 5 minutes your training log today, you have a system that probably is not fully working and you have a big risk there. This is something that has to be at the snap of a finger where everybody can find it. But there's a faster, reliable, and easier way to do this. This is with our software, Papertrail. You get your company's Health and Safety at Work Act and Fire Safety Order requirements compliant in one single place, with reusable supplier dossiers mapped to the Information Commissioner offices, to the National Cybersecurity Center and the Office of Financial Sanctions implementations, ready to demonstrate risk and the evidence. This is perfect for UK SMEs and mid-market because you use the same control library for health and safety, GDPR, DVCA, and cybersecurity, and EPR for packaging. So you don't have to do a double entry or rely on many people, contractors, or advisors. This is reducing your overlap by 60% and your costs by 80%. You have all in one place. It's a continuous gap analysis. It's a clear view of what's done, what is missing, and who owns the fix before assurance, inspections, reports, or audits hits you. So you do it once, you do it properly, and move on to the things that you have to do, which is grow your company and be more profitable. So join the waiting list, papertrail.com, and stay tuned because this week we'll review directors' boards and company compliance risks. And tomorrow, particularly, we'll review bribery, fraud, and you. So how failure to prevent really works to get you and your company out of trouble. So have a great day. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.